St. Louis, Missouri. Today, the city is remembered in history as the gateway to the West, a great city on the American frontier that supplied and entertained generations of settlers moving west. Founded at the meeting point of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers by French fur traders in 1764, the settlement grew rapidly into a commercial center. As the city became affluent from fur trading, transportation, brewing, and other industries, it grew to over 575,000 residents in 1900. According to the U.S. Census that year, St. Louis became America's fourth largest city. To meet the growing city's demand for news, there were 5 English-language daily newspapers. In 1900, St. Louisans could buy the Star, the Chronicle, the Globe Democrat, the Republic, and the Post-Dispatch, founded by Joseph Pulitzer. But as the new century began, the city's newspapers faced a challenging local political climate, as this PBS segment shows.
Irish-born Ed Butler. He came to St. Louis a blacksmith and ended up running a political machine. By the turn of the century, Boss Butler had been controlling votes for 25 years. To get things done at City Hall, you had to pay off Butler's men. Everybody knew how it worked, and big business played right along. They called it Boodle.
It just became that you had to pay for everything. That's when they came up with the price list. See, they came up with price lists, and they would simply show you the price list and say, oh, you're asking for, here's what the price is for that. This one's $10,000, this one's $25,000. You decide, and then you pay us. We'll take care of Boss Butler. We'll pass out the money within our combine, and that's the way it will be.
Muckraking journalist Lincoln Steffens embarrassed St. Louis in his nationally published writings on corruption. He said that St. Louis was making 2 announcements to the world, one that it was the worst governed city in the world, the other that everyone should come there for the World's Fair. Steffens started his series in St. Louis City Hall because he had a good story with a hero, Joseph Folk. Folk had tried to help settle the streetcar strike in 1900 and then was asked to run for circuit attorney. Ed Butler's machine helped deliver the votes, and then Folk turned on the very system that put him into office. He went after the boodlers, not just the ones in City Hall, but those in big business. In the years leading up to the World's Fair, the papers were filled with headlines of investigations, disappearing suspects, confessions, grand juries, and trials. Because of Joseph Folk, 24 politicians and businessmen were indicted, including Boss Butler himself.
While hardly inventors of the device, the Post-Dispatch's crusade against Butler in the ring was successful at drawing national attention to the problem.
I'm mad! The big payback! Got to get back!
Pulitzer's paper was in a circulation war with its competitors, and the Post-Dispatch dedicated considerable resources to scooping the other papers. The research looks at the Post-Dispatch's approach to the crusade, viewing its editorial decisions in the context of commodification. It's a story of how a paper took on a repressive local government in an era when news was becoming a product.